Freezing water usually means pain, danger, and panic, but in this part of the world, it means something completely different. They walk toward ice like it's nothing special. No hesitation, no drama, no screams. Your body says, this is a terrible idea. Theirs says, this is normal. They step into freezing water slowly, calmly, together. Not as a challenge, but as a routine. This landscape looks harsh and unforgiving, yet people here have learned to live in harmony with it. Look at their faces. There's no fear here, only calm and focus. So here's the real question. Why would anyone enjoy this feeling? For outsiders, this looks insane. For locals, it's just another ordinary moment. Cold water, dark and silent, wraps around the body, and something unexpected happens inside. They come out smiling, energized, almost glowing, as if the cold gave them something back. Here's the twist. For them, this isn't a stunt, it's just another Tuesday. Up here, winter doesn't visit. It moves in, redecorates everything in white, and refuses to leave for months. Small towns sit right on the edge of dark, icy water. The cold isn't scenery, it's a neighbor. Checking the temperature becomes a daily comedy. You don't ask, is it cold? You ask, how cold today? People still bike to work like it's normal, because if you wait for perfect weather here, you'll never go anywhere. Kids grow up playing outside, breath like little clouds. Cold isn't a threat, it's just part of childhood. Outside, the world feels sharp and loud. Inside, everything becomes warmer, slower, and strangely more precious. Dinner, candles, thick sweaters, the cozy stuff isn't an aesthetic, it's a survival skill, dressed up as comfort. Even grocery runs become a snow routine. Stomp, shake, smile, repeat. Nobody complains like it's the end of the world. Touching metal in winter teaches respect fast. It's like the cold whispers, I'm still in charge. Dog walks happen no matter what. Around here, you don't fight winter, you schedule your life around it. Snow falls like confetti for a party nobody announced, and the streets stay quiet, like the world is holding its breath. Stepping outside feels like a slap and a wake-up call. Many locals say that shock makes them feel more present. And then you notice something everywhere. Saunas. By the water, near homes, even in tiny towns. Friends laugh, steam rising, towels wrapped. Nothing flashy, just normal life. Warmth and cold become a game they all understand. When cold never leaves, you stop fighting it. And that's where the ritual begins. Out here, the cold doesn't feel like an enemy. It feels like an alarm clock for your whole body. Many locals grow up doing hard, simple things daily, not for punishment, just because life demands it. Even tying your boots becomes a tiny ritual, a reminder that comfort is optional, but intention isn't. You'll see people moving in winter like it's normal weather. They don't battle cold, they cooperate with it. The first inhale hits like a slap. Then comes the trick. Slow exhale, steady mind, steady body. Winter swimmers don't treat this like a macho stunt. They warm up, focus, and respect the water. Some people time their dips, just a few seconds, because in cold water, seconds can feel like minutes. The pain shows up fast, tight chest, tense shoulders, then control takes over, posture, breath, and calm. Under the surface, everything gets quiet. Many describe it as pressing a reset button inside the brain. The moment you exit, someone is there with a towel. This isn't solo suffering, it's shared routine. Goosebumps, steam, fast rubbing hands, your body wakes up screaming, and somehow the mind feels clearer. You'd expect misery, but you hear laughter. Some locals say the cold makes them feel weirdly happy. Heat and ice, back and forth. That contrast is the entire game, like flipping a switch. Ask them why, and they'll shrug. It just works, many say, like it's the most normal secret. But culture alone doesn't explain everything, because this ritual has rules. Finland in winter looks like a postcard that forgot about comfort. Lakes everywhere, snow everywhere, and tiny saunas like punctuation marks. That little wooden cabin by the water? For many locals, it's not luxury. It's basically part of the weekly schedule. Watch the door open. Warm light and steam rush out like a hug. This is where the cold obsession actually starts. Inside, nobody is trying to impress anyone. It's quiet, normal, almost like a living room, just much sweatier. Water hits the stones and the whole room exhales steam. People call this heat a reset, not a punishment. Friends talk, laugh, and sit close like it's a campfire. This is social time. No phones, no flexing. Sweat beads on skin, warm and glowing. It can look a little sexy, sure, but it's really just human and honest. Buckets, ladles, towels, simple tools repeated in the same order, like a ritual you learn without anyone giving a speech. Often, an older local will quietly remind newcomers, slow down. In sauna culture, calm is the whole point. Then they step outside into snow, steam pouring off towels. The mood flips from cozy to wild in one breath. Steam drifts into the night like a ghost leaving the cabin, and the cold air feels sharper than a slap. Footprints lead from the sauna straight to the water, like the path is saying, you know what comes next. Sandals on snow look ridiculous until you realize they're serious. This is the only place flip-flops feel brave. There's usually a simple line, not chaos, because this isn't a performance. It's a routine everyone respects. You'll see someone steady their breath, adjust a towel, and smile. Confidence here is quiet, not loud. They step in. No screaming, no drama, just control. Heat taught the body to relax, even when it shouldn't. Hands grip the ladder, tense at first, then soften. Many locals say the breath is the key that unlocks the calm. Back inside, people return smiling like they've completed a loop. Someone offers water like, good job, stay smart. And then splash, water on stones again. Heat hits harder after cold, like turning volume up. Cheeks red, shoulders loose, laughter comes easier. This is the part outsiders don't expect, the glow afterward. Outside, the lake reflects warm sauna lights like a mirror, cold and warmth sitting side by side, perfectly balanced. Rules are usually posted somewhere, simple, serious, not flashy, because the cold doesn't care how tough you feel. This isn't about being extreme, it's about how it makes them feel after. Before the internet made cold plunges trendy, locals were already here, quietly showing up at dawn like it's a normal appointment. An older swimmer arrives without fanfare, like he's heading to a cafe. Same bag, same path, same calm routine. He sets everything down carefully. Towel, slippers, thermos. It's small, but it looks practiced, almost ceremonial. Look at his face. This isn't tough guy energy. It's the calm of someone who knows exactly what's coming. He steps in slowly, one rung at a time. No rushing, no proving, just breathing and commitment. Shoulders underwater, eyes soft, breath steady. Many locals describe this moment as quiet, like the world turns down. Then a tiny smile appears, like he found something comforting inside the cold. It's strange, but also oddly human. Now cut to city life. Commute, deadlines, noise. A young office worker rushes out, still carrying the day on his shoulders. His phone buzzes. Friends are going again. And he taps yes like it's therapy, not torture. He meets them by the water, and the mood changes instantly. Hugs, jokes, and that shared "we're doing this" grin. They tease him, pointing at the water like it's a mischievous friend. Peer pressure, Scandinavian edition. Very polite, still effective. The lake sits there, dark and silent, pretending to be innocent. It's giving "I dare you" energy without saying a word. He drops the coat, keeps it modest, takes a deep breath.
The nervous grin says, "Why did I agree?" His shoulders tense, arms shake out, brain negotiates. This is the moment every beginner understands regret. He steps in fast, sharp inhale, eyes wide. Friends cheer softly, like coaches, not spectators. One friend signals the breathing, slow down, steady, control. Because the real skill isn't bravery, it's regulation. Watch his face shift from panic to focus. In seconds, the cold becomes manageable, almost familiar. He climbs out laughing like a man rebooted, steam everywhere, heartbeat loud, and suddenly he looks fully alive. He talks to camera, cheeks red, smiling like he's surprised. Many first-timers say, "I didn't know I needed that." It's not just individuals, it's a community. Mixed ages, shared towels, jokes, and a strange kind of belonging. Some groups even track attendance like a club, not to compete, just to keep the routine honest. Then comes the reward, something warm in your hands. Tea, coffee, silence, like the world finally slows down. And here's the beautiful part. Old and young laughing together. Different lives, same ritual, same calm on the other side. But not everything you hear is true. Some beliefs don't survive reality.
The cold looks mysterious from far away, like it's hiding a secret under the ice. So let's separate myth from reality. Online, cold plunges get sold like a miracle product. One dip and suddenly you're reborn, apparently. Scroll long enough and you'll see every claim imaginable. Better sleep, perfect mood, endless energy. Sounds suspicious, right? Most locals hear that and smile politely, because around here, cold water isn't magic, it's just cold water. Some researchers suggest cold exposure can affect stress response and mood, but the strongest message is simpler. Results vary. That's why timing matters. A few seconds can be enough for a wake-up, and too long can be risky. Beginners often start with short dips and a buddy nearby. No hero moves, just careful steps and steady breathing. A good friend will stop you before your ego does. In this culture, safety beats bragging every time. Heat matters too. The Angie heat sauna isn't decoration, it's part of the system that helps you recover. Locals teach this like cooking. Warm up first, breathe, stay calm. It's learned behavior, not natural toughness.
It's okay, just keep
The real
rubbing. You're gonna be
superpower
warm
is
soon.
breathing. Slow air in, slow air out. Your body follows your mind. Stay too long and the cold stops being fun. Shivering hits hard and you realize the lake doesn't negotiate. You'll also hear warnings about doing this responsibly. No shortcuts, no reckless stunts, and definitely no mixing with bad decisions. And here's something locals respect: opting out. If you're not feeling it, you skip, and nobody makes it weird. The sea looks beautiful, but it's indifferent. Nature here isn't your personal wellness coach, it's just nature. After the dip, people layer up fast. Hat, gloves, movement. Warming back up is part of the ritual. Hot drinks help too, not as a cure, just as comfort. Your body saying, thank you. A coach will tell you the same thing again and again. Keep it simple. Myths are loud, safety is quiet. The routine is basically a checklist: breath, time, buddy, warm-up. Boring rules that keep people alive. That's why many locals don't do this alone. The culture is community, not solo suffering. Tourists often copy the look but miss the method. The calm isn't bravery, it's practice. And sometimes it goes wrong. This is the part tourists don't see. So remember that empty ladder at dusk. It's inviting, and it doesn't care who you are.
The lake looks calm at dusk, almost inviting. But cold water has a darker side, and it doesn't announce itself. You'll see warnings near the water for a reason, because the risk here isn't a myth, it's physics. Sometimes the pressure isn't the cold, it's people saying, "Come on, you'll be fine," when you're not sure. That hesitation matters. Panic can start before you even touch the water, right there on the ladder. Go in too fast, and the body can shock hard. Breath jumps, muscles lock, and thinking gets messy.
That's why locals repeat one rule: never do this alone. A buddy is safety, not a vibe. If you see distress, the goal isn't toughness, it's control. Slow breath, steady eyes, calm signals. Under the surface, everything is darker than it looks. The water doesn't care if you're brave. People get out quickly and warm up immediately. Towels, blankets, movement, recovery is part of the ritual. Shivering isn't a badge of honor. It's your body saying, I need heat now. In many groups, someone has the authority to call it, and when they say stop, everyone listens. What's interesting is the culture of respect. If you opt out, there's no shame, just a nod. Some people keep a phone ready, not for drama, just in case, because preparation is smarter than pride. Cold can feel beautiful from a distance, but up close, it's indifferent, like a storm. The most dangerous move is ego. Tourists sometimes try to win the cold, and locals hate that. You'll see a local shut it down fast, firm, kind, and clear. This isn't a game. If someone's struggling, the group moves like a team. Warm light, steady hands, straight into the sauna. And then the ladder sits there again, quiet, innocent looking, like it didn't just test someone's limits. So why do they still do it, knowing the risks? Because the meaning goes deeper. So what does all of this actually mean? Because once the shock fades, the cold starts to feel like a message. A lot of locals treat the water like a daily reset. One slow breath at the edge, and everything gets quieter inside. They touch the cold like they're checking in with reality. A simple reminder, you're alive and you're here. Notice how nobody does this alone. It's not just cold exposure, it's shared time, shared courage, shared calm. Older swimmers teach newcomers gently, without speeches. The tradition gets passed down like a recipe, not a challenge. And the landscape itself trains patience. Winter forces you to slow down, notice small things, respect limits. Even the laughs feel different here, quieter, warmer. Like the cold makes friendship show up more clearly. The dip is fast, controlled, almost boring on purpose, because the goal isn't suffering, it's returning safely. Red cheeks, bright eyes, that after feeling is real. Many locals say it feels like their brains switched on. Then you see the care, towels, hands on shoulders, no rushing. Community is part of the medicine, if you want to call it that. Smoke from the sauna drifts into the sky like a soft signal. Warmth is waiting, but you have to earn calm first. Inside, the sauna isn't loud. It's quiet, almost meditative, like a group doing nothing together on purpose. Water on stones, gentle steam, steady rhythm. This is the opposite of internet extreme. It's slow and controlled. Young and old sit side by side, sharing silence. Different lives, same lesson. Comfort isn't always the goal. Sometimes the night sky even rewards you with something unreal. A reminder that nature here can be harsh and beautiful. Then people just walk home, chatting like it's any other evening. Because for them, this isn't content, it's life. A hand on the shoulder says, "You're good." That small support is what makes people come back. And if you're not ready, you take a tiny step instead. Even touching the water can be your own ritual. Ripples spread, slow and quiet, like the lake is exhaling. And you realize this whole thing is about presence. So here's my question for you. Would you ever try this, safely? Or is your comfort zone your favorite country? If you enjoyed this strange tradition, subscribe to Strange Earth Diaries. Next time, we'll chase another place where normal looks unbelievable.